When Prophet Prempeh first came to our church, it was the Miracle Signs and Wonders Conference in 2018. And as usual, the media team, myself, we're excited to capture what God is going to do during the service. So we're just in great anticipation because we never know, but we're on our toes and ready to go. So during this conference, Prophet Prempeh, the first night he began to teach, and he was teaching. And during that time, he looks over at Joey, which is the camera guy that I had on the floor, and he says, "If you're recording me, who's recording you?" And so when he said that, it was just like, okay, what does that mean? We didn't know, but we just continued to go on like usual. So later on, he looks back at him and he says,
"Let that brother that is taking the picture come. You will speak the gospel. You will preach to many generations."
At that moment, I realized that he had called Joey out to minister to him. And typically for us in media, we're behind the scenes. So we're not expecting that, and that's not something that's normal. So at that moment, I knew I had to act fast because something was about to happen. I go out of the media room and I grab the camera to record, what was going to happen to Joey and what was going to be prophesied to him. And at that moment, Prophet Prempeh looks over at me as I'm walking out, and he says,
"I wish that there are some that can be called Gabriel." I wish that some people can be called Gabriel.
Gabrielle.
Is that the name?
Yes, sir.
The Holy Spirit said to me, "What you have cried to him for, it has been released."
I just was crying, but at the same time, he came back to say that he sees me with a TV studio, and I'm saying I own it.
This woman will do well. She will prosper. I've seen a studio, a production studio. I've seen a production studio, and I saw that this woman said, "I owns it."
And all I could really do was laugh in that moment because that's a desire that God had put in my heart, and I talked to friends about, or people who are closer to me, but everyone definitely did not know that. And I knew that it had to be the Spirit of God that revealed that to him, because I would always say, I'm going to own my own TV studio. And naturally, it sounds foolish because I don't have a degree in communications. I'm not qualified. I'm none of the above. But I knew that that desire came from God ultimately because it required faith to be accomplished. So when he said that in that moment, that was definitely confirmation for me, like, okay, God, this came from you and you know exactly what you're doing.
The Lord said, "You'll be a producer for a major movie. A door is about to open unto you. This lady is about to see millions of different currencies, and she will push the kingdom." I've seen her, she's so being busy flying to nations because of a movie production. And guys, I'm going to bless you. I'm going to favor you.
There is nothing in your life that's beyond God. God knows everything about you. He created you. He gave you those desires that are in your heart. And just like Prophet Prempeh knew my name and he knew what God had put in my heart and he confirmed those things, I believe as a result of you coming, God is going to confirm some things that he wants to do in your life. He's going to give you direction. He's going to give you insight. He's going to give you understanding. Questions are going to be answered. But I believe that everything that's going to come forth those days is just for you. So come out. You might not even believe in the supernatural or prophets. I want you to come because God is going to prove himself and he's going to show you who he really is. It's July the 5th through the 7th. Don't miss it. We look forward to seeing you.